Welcome back to Fluento, everyday English for real life. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. How's it going today, Anna?
Oh, you know what? I'm actually in such a good mood because this morning I woke up and the sun was streaming through my window. After 3 days of rain, it just felt incredible.
See, that's interesting because I'm the opposite. I actually love rainy days. Everyone thinks I'm weird for saying that.
You do realize we're going to talk about weather today, right? So this is perfect. And you know what? Weather is one of those topics that English speakers use all the time for small talk. It's like the universal conversation starter.
Exactly. Whether you're in an elevator, meeting someone new, or just chatting with your neighbor, weather is that safe, friendly topic everyone can relate to.
So today, we're going to have a real conversation about weather. Not just vocabulary lists, but actual expressions you'll hear native speakers use. And we want you to think about your own experiences too.
Yeah, so here's a question for you listening right now. What's the weather like where you are today? Seriously, pause and think about it. How would you describe it in English?
Okay, so David, you said you love rainy days. Tell me why. I need to understand this.
Okay. So for me, when I wake up and I hear rain hitting my window, you know that sound? Tap, tap, tap. It just feels cozy. I want to stay in bed a little longer, make a hot coffee, maybe read a book.
See, I understand cozy. That's a great word, by the way. Cozy means warm and comfortable, like being wrapped in a soft blanket. But for me, rainy days make me feel, what's the word? Sluggish?
Sluggish. That means slow, without energy, like you just want to move slowly.
Exactly. I feel sluggish. But sunny days, they make me feel energetic and motivated. I want to go outside, take a walk, do something productive.
You know what's funny? Weather actually affects our mood and behavior so much. Scientists have studied this.
Really?
Yeah, there's even a term, SAD, seasonal affective disorder. Some people feel depressed when there's less sunlight, especially in winter.
Oh, wow, that makes sense. I definitely feel different in winter versus summer. What about you listening? Have you noticed this? Do you feel happier in certain weather?
Okay, so let's talk about different types of weather you might experience when you wake up. Anna, what are some basic weather conditions?
Well, the most common ones are sunny, cloudy, rainy, and windy. These are simple A1 level words that everyone should know.
Right. So it's sunny when the sun is shining brightly. It's cloudy when there are clouds covering the sky.
And it's rainy when water is falling from the sky, and windy when there's a lot of air moving, when you feel the wind blowing.
But here's where it gets interesting. Native speakers don't just say, it's rainy. We add description. We might say, it's pouring or it's drizzling.
Ooh, good point. So pouring means raining very heavily, like water is being poured from a bucket. It's really raining.
And drizzling is the opposite, very light rain, just a little bit of water falling.
This morning, before the sun came out, it was actually drizzling. Not enough to need an umbrella, but enough to make everything slightly wet.
See, that detail, that's what makes your English sound natural. Instead of just saying, it rained, you can say, it was drizzling earlier, or it's pouring outside.
Okay, so we need to talk about temperature because this is super important for weather conversations.
Yes, and this is tricky because it depends where you're from. I grew up in Canada, so my idea of cold is probably different from yours, Anna.
Oh, definitely. I'm from California originally, so when it's 15 degrees Celsius, which is about 60 Fahrenheit, I think, ooh, it's getting cold. But David thinks that's warm.
Yeah, to me, 15 degrees is sweater weather at most. Cold to me is when it's below zero, when everything freezes.
And this is important for learners to know. Different English-speaking countries use different measurements. The US uses Fahrenheit, but most other countries use Celsius.
Right. So let's give you some useful words. When we talk about temperature, we have hot, warm, cool, cold, and freezing.
Hot means very high temperature, uncomfortable heat. Like in summer, you might say, "It's so hot today, I'm sweating."
Warm is pleasant heat, nice and comfortable. It's warm and sunny. Sounds lovely, right?
Then cool is a little cold, but not too much. Cool is that nice autumn feeling. There's a cool breeze today.
Cold is low temperature. You need a jacket. And freezing means extremely cold, so cold that water turns to ice.
Exactly. And here's a fun thing native speakers do. We exaggerate for emphasis. We might say, "It's freezing," even when it's just very cold, not literally at freezing temperature.
So true. Or it's boiling when it's very hot. Boiling is when water gets so hot it bubbles 100 degrees Celsius.
Right. So you might hear someone say, "It's absolutely boiling today," and they just mean it's really, really hot.
I remember when I first moved to Spain for a summer, this was years ago, and I arrived in August, and oh my goodness, I walked out of the airport and it felt like walking into an oven.
An oven? That's a great comparison.
It was scorching. That's another word. Scorching means extremely hot, burning hot.
In California, we'd sometimes get these heat waves in summer.
Heat wave. That's when there's a period of unusually hot weather that lasts several days.
Yes, and during heat waves, it might be 40 degrees Celsius, which is over 100 Fahrenheit. People would say, "It's sweltering," or "The heat is unbearable."
Unbearable. So hot you can almost not stand it. You can't bear it.
Those were the days when you just stay inside with the air conditioning and wait for evening.
So, Anna, what's your favorite season?
Oh, that's easy. Spring. I love spring. What about you?
I'm an autumn person myself. Fall, we call it in North America.
Right. Americans say fall and British people say autumn. Both are correct.
So we have 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn or fall, and winter. Each one has its own weather characteristics.
Spring is when everything comes alive again after winter. The temperature gets warmer, flowers start to bloom. That means flowers start to open and grow. Trees get new leaves.
And the weather in spring can be unpredictable. That means you don't know what to expect. One day it's sunny and warm, the next day it might rain.
Yes, we have this expression, "April showers bring May flowers." It means the rain in April helps flowers grow in May.
I love that expression. Summer, of course, is the hottest season. Long days, short nights, lots of sunshine.
Summer is when people go to the beach, have barbecues outside, go camping, all those outdoor activities.
Then comes my favorite, autumn. The air gets crisp.
Crisp means fresh and cool with a little bite to it.
Yeah, the leaves change color, they turn red, orange, yellow, brown, and then they fall from the trees. That's why we call it fall.
It's beautiful. I actually love autumn too, even though spring is my favorite. There's something magical about those colors.
And then winter arrives and everything gets cold. In many places, it snows.
Snow. Let's talk about snow for a minute, because I know some of our listeners might be from places where it never snows.
Good point. So snow is frozen water that falls from the sky in white flakes. When there's a lot of snow falling, we call it a snowstorm or a blizzard.
A blizzard is a severe, heavy snow with strong winds. Very dangerous, actually.
I remember this one winter in Toronto. I was probably 10 years old, and we had this massive blizzard. School was canceled, roads were closed, and the snow was so deep, maybe a meter high.
A meter? That's over 3 feet for Americans listening. That's crazy.
My brother and I spent the whole day outside building a snowman.
A snowman is a figure made of snow, usually with 3 balls of snow stacked up with a carrot for a nose.
Yes, classic snowman. We were freezing but having the best time.
See, that's the thing about weather. It creates memories. I remember the first time I saw snow. I was 17 and my family took a trip to Lake Tahoe. I was so excited, I ran outside in just a sweater and immediately regretted it.
Did you make a snowball? That's when you pack snow together into a ball shape.
I tried, but my hands were too cold. I learned quickly you need gloves.
Okay, so we've talked about normal weather, but what about extreme weather? Anna, have you ever experienced anything dramatic?
Oh, yes. So I lived in Florida for 2 years, and we had to evacuate because of a hurricane.
Whoa, okay, explain what a hurricane is for everyone.
A hurricane is a massive storm with extremely strong winds and heavy rain. The winds can be over 150 kilometers per hour. That's like 100 miles per hour. Incredibly powerful and dangerous.
They're called hurricanes in the Atlantic, but typhoons in the Pacific. Same storm, different name.
Right. So this hurricane was approaching Florida, and the weather forecast, that's the prediction of future weather, the forecast said it would hit our area directly.
That must have been scary.
It was. We had to board up the windows, put wooden boards over them, and leave. We drove north and stayed with friends. The storm passed through overnight, and luckily our house was okay, but some areas were devastated.
Devastated means completely destroyed or damaged. That's really intense.
It was a reminder that weather can be powerful and dangerous. What about you, David? Any extreme weather stories?
Well, I've never been in a hurricane, but I experienced a tornado warning once when I was visiting the American Midwest.
A tornado? That's like a spinning column of air that touches the ground, right?
Exactly. It's like a funnel that spins really fast and destroys everything in its path. Thankfully, the tornado didn't actually touch down near us, but we had to go to the basement and wait.
Scary. Other types of extreme weather include floods. That's when there's too much water and it covers land that's usually dry.
Droughts, the opposite, when there's no rain for a long time and everything becomes very dry.
Heat waves, which we mentioned earlier, and hailstorms, when ice falls from the sky instead of rain.
Hail is interesting. It's like frozen rain, but in ball shapes, sometimes tiny, like peas, sometimes huge, like golf balls.
I've seen hail damage cars. It's wild.
Thunderstorms are common, but can also be intense. That's when there's thunder and lightning.
Thunder is the loud sound, boom, and lightning is the bright flash of electricity in the sky.
Some people are afraid of thunderstorms, especially kids. The sound can be pretty frightening.
I actually love thunderstorms. There's something exciting about the power of nature. Sitting inside, watching the lightning through the window, hearing the thunder rumble.
Rumble, great word. That's the deep, rolling sound thunder makes.
You know what we haven't talked about? How weather affects our daily decisions and plans.
Oh, great point. Weather determines so much of what we do.
Exactly. Like every morning, I check the weather app on my phone before getting dressed. If it's going to rain, I bring an umbrella. If it's cold, I wear layers.
Layers. That means wearing multiple pieces of clothing on top of each other. Smart for unpredictable weather.
Right. And we make plans based on weather. Want to have a picnic this weekend? Only if the weather's nice.
Or, let's go hiking. Oh, wait, it's supposed to rain. Never mind.
Or weather affects transportation too. Flights get delayed or canceled because of storms. Roads become dangerous when they're icy, covered with ice.
In winter, people have to shovel snow. That means remove snow using a tool called a shovel. It's hard work.
And in summer, we have to stay hydrated, drink lots of water because it's so hot.
You know what's funny? Weather is the ultimate small talk topic. In England especially, people talk about weather constantly.
It's true. You can start any conversation with lovely weather today, isn't it? Or terrible weather we're having.
And here's a useful pattern. Isn't it plus adjective, like isn't it cold today or isn't it humid? This is a way to start conversation and get agreement.
Humid, that's when there's a lot of moisture in the air. It feels heavy and sticky.
Yeah, I hate humid weather. Give me dry heat any day.
So, before we finish, let's give our listeners some really practical expressions they can use.
Perfect. So if someone asks, how's the weather? You can say, it's beautiful out. It's miserable. That means bad weather. It's changeable. Keeps changing.
You can describe current weather. It's pouring rain. The sun's shining. It's a bit chilly. Chilly means a little cold.
Or you can talk about predictions. It's supposed to rain later. They say it'll be sunny tomorrow. It looks like snow.
And complaints, because let's be honest, we all complain about weather. I can't stand this heat. I'm so sick of this rain. When will winter end?
Very true.
Okay, so here's our challenge for you. Today or tomorrow, try using some of these weather expressions. Talk to someone about the weather in English, or even just describe the weather out loud to yourself.
Yeah, say it with feeling, with detail. Don't just say, it's sunny. Say, it's a gorgeous sunny day with a gentle breeze.
Beautiful. And remember, weather talk isn't just about vocabulary. It's about connecting with people, sharing experiences, being human together.
Exactly. Weather is something we all experience. It doesn't matter where you're from or what language you speak. We all know what it feels like when the sun warms your face or rain soaks your clothes.
So use weather as your bridge into English conversations. It's safe, it's friendly, and it's endlessly interesting.
Before we go, one last question for you. What's your favorite type of weather and why? Think about that.
And maybe drop your answer in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for learning with us today, everyone.
Keep practicing, stay curious, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.